Your grief is not an inconvenience to anybody. If you fall into that, whether it's feeling guilty for having to go through it, but still showing up at work, but like not really being 100%, and then you're like, oh gosh, you're thinking about everyone else, and you're like, I know I'm not being myself. Oh gosh, I'm probably a burden. Everyone probably thinks that this is silly. Like, I cannot believe that those things have crossed my mind, but if it's crossed my mind, I know it's crossed y'all's too, if you've ever had to go through this, where you just don't want to be an inconvenience to anyone, where you're like, I'm just not operating the way I would. I'm kind of moping around. There's just grace, y'all. There's grace, especially if you're surrounded by people who love Jesus. If they have the heart of Jesus, they're gonna have compassion for you, you know? If they don't, I pray that there's still grace, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Whether people want to give you grace or not, do not rush the process of grief, and do not feel like you are a burden. You have to feel these things. You have to allow yourself to feel it. Don't suppress it, and don't try to do it by yourself.